ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Star Spangled Batter on Jackson Boulevard in Rapid City, South Dakota. Famous for their delicious cakes, cupcakes, and other tasty baked goods. But did you know they're the only bakery in town to offer free consultations? Not to mention free samples when planning your big or small wedding. They also take special orders for that special party for that special someone. Check out their daily specials on Facebook or call ahead to grab some goodies for the office on your way to work. Star Spangled Batter is a proud sponsor of Rapid City sports and activities on liveticket.tv.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today. Your first.
Belly Brothers Auto Tech is the bark of the town. Belly Brothers is one of the top-rated local auto shops in South Dakota. From an oil change to transmission repairs, they'll treat your car with exceptional service at reasonable rates, with plenty of financing options also available. Holding an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau since 2008, Belly Brothers will get your tail wagging. And visit Jennifer Young next door for your tax accounting needs.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name. When you ask,
we all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change. We all want to be.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Belly Brothers Auto Tech is the bark of the town. Belly Brothers is one of the top-rated local auto shops in South Dakota. From an oil change to transmission repairs, they'll treat your car with exceptional service at reasonable rates, with plenty of financing options also available. Holding an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau since 2008, Belly Brothers will get your tail wagging. And visit Jennifer Young next door for your tax accounting needs.
You'll say yes to our year-end sell-down at the Denny Mental Auto Group. Denny Manhunt Toyota and Rushmore Honda have moved their used inventory to Rapid Chevrolet for a year-end sell-down. Say yes to a big selection. Over 360 used cars, trucks, and SUVs, imports, and domestics. Say yes to big savings. Buy with no money down and make no payments for 90 days. That's no payments until March 2023. Say yes to a great value. Hurry, our year-end sell-down ends December 31st at Denny Manhunt Rapid Chevrolet.
Now that we're in the final quarter of the year, it's time to start thinking about the 2022 tax year. W-2s and 1099s are scheduled to be out in January, but don't worry, Jennifer Young's Bookkeeping Services has you covered. They stay on top of the ever-changing tax laws impacting small businesses and corporations. Jennifer Young's Bookkeeping has your best interests at heart. Don't wait until the last minute. Get a head start on your 2022 taxes. Call Jennifer Young or go to jenniferyoungsbookkeeping.com or find her on Facebook.
Family is the fabric of who we are. The generations that came before us and the ones that will carry on after. At Monument Health, we're dedicated to these communities because they're our communities. We're committed to building the healthcare system of tomorrow with medical knowledge and expertise you can trust, close to home. Here to care, here to connect, here for you, today and tomorrow. Monument Health.
Alternative Fuel Coffee House, located in downtown Rapid City, has been a staple since 2006, offering an espresso bar, smoothie bar, and more. If food is what you're looking for, check out their menu. Using local ingredients for their drinks and recipes is their way of showing how important shopping local is. Come in and visit them during skating and patio season for the best coffee experience in town. Who's filling up your cup? Alternative Fuel Coffee House. Looking to spruce things up for dinner tonight? Order online or buy the Inferno's Food by Fire app for your best meal in Rapid City. Inferno's has the best Stonefire signature pizzas, sandwiches, and fresh salads. Build your own pizza all while watching the latest high school or NFL action. Even better, receive a 10% discount off your next order when you mention Live Ticket. That's at Inferno's Food by Fire.
You'll say yes to our year-end sell-down at the Denny Manhunt Auto Group. Denny Manhunt Toyota and Rushmore Honda have moved their used inventory to Rapid Chevrolet for a year-end sell-down. Say yes to a big selection. Over 360 used cars, trucks, and SUVs, imports, and domestics. Say yes to big savings. Buy with no money down and make no payments for 90 days. That's no payments until March 2023. Say yes to a great value. Hurry, our year-end sell-down ends December 31st at Denny Manhunt Rapid Chevrolet.
Signature wings, world-class burgers, and the best steak in Rapid City. All that plus a perfect spot to watch the game found right here in Rapid City at Shooters. From its full and complete menu and its one-of-a-kind dessert menu, Shooters has everything you want. Also looking for a little value in your meal? Order online or buy the Shooters app and use the promo code LiveTicket to receive 20% off your order. Again, that's LiveTicket for 20% off at Shooters in Rapid City.
Welcome back to the J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show, presented by J&J Truck and Auto Body. Again, just Google J&J Truck and Auto Body in Rapid City. Again, we are moments away from the tip-off here this afternoon, and the first of two games right here on Fox Sports Rapid City. It'll be the girls' game first between the 5-1 Rapid City Stevens Raiders and the 5-1 Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers. At about 2:30 this afternoon, we'll have the boys' game where it will be Rapid City Stevens. They sit 1-4 on the year, taking on the undefeated and top-ranked Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers. So a big matchup in our first game today. Like we said, 2 5-1 teams. Dean, let's talk about some key matchups in this ball game. Looking at today's players to watch is powered by High Plains Physical Therapy and Aquatic Therapy Center. Remember, you have a choice on who to see for physical therapy in Rapid City. With a state-of-the-art facility and one-on-one personalized treatment, get started at highplainspt.com. So, Dean, who do we need to be watching here this afternoon?
Well, there's going to be a lot of people to watch, but you talked about key matchups. Talia Porter, is she going to guard Sierra Watkins? Who's going to guard Aaliyah McGovern-Harrington when she's on the perimeter? So those are going to be some of the key at least the matchups we're going to talk about. But I think the biggest one that may have the biggest impact is Isabel Higgins and Jaden Dunn. I think Izzy's probably going to guard Jaden Dunn down low, at least somewhat. She's going to want help from that side, but how well she guards her and what she can do as far as getting rebounds around her is going to be a big factor in the second chance opportunities and just opportunities in general for the Raiders. And, of course, Jaden Dunn, the other half of that matchup, is she can collect rebounds like she can and keep her team alive. That's going to be huge for the Jefferson Cavaliers. So that is such a huge swing one way or another. That matchup is going to really be pivotal for this game. And that is our players to watch, being powered by High Plains Physical Therapy and Aquatic Therapy Center. Remember, get started at highplainspt.com. Both teams are warming up. We are getting set for the tip-off, so looks like the officials are getting ready as well. I know that they've had to find some officials. We had some illness, some sickness kind of go through the area. Some illness. I think one of them is going to try to gut it out a little bit today, but he said he wasn't feeling so good. But either way, yeah, there's really tight today, kind of all over the place. But we got a great crew tonight here and ready to go. I know you'll talk about them here shortly.
We will. Again, a lot of basketball as basketball is in full swing. Of course, we had 6 games this week and looking at another 4 next week. So just from here on out, it's going to be this is a huge week.
It is. The colleges are playing next weekend, and schools in town are playing. So the West River Invitational goes on next week. So if you want to officiate, just get a hold of Larry Osborne right now. I'm sure he'll hook you up.
Absolutely. Again, we are going to step aside. They are getting set for the national anthem here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Like we said, a big game on our girls' game this afternoon. Rapid City Stevens, Sioux Falls Jefferson. Both teams are 5-1. The Raiders have won 4 in a row. The Cavaliers have won 2 straight. The Cavaliers are 3-1 on the road, while the Raiders have protected their home court. They are 3-1 here at home. We have 2 very similar teams. We'll see what happens this afternoon right here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. We are now, like I said, going to step aside and pause for the national anthem. When we return, we'll have the starting lineups for you and the tip-off when we return in 2 minutes, right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City and FoxSportsRapidCity.com, as well as GoRaidersLive.com.
The proper respect is to face the flag. Remove your hat or cap and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans and active duty military not uniformed may also salute the flag. Please join in singing our national anthem. Today's anthem will be performed by Haley Hoffman.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
Doctor. Sydney Hawk.
And welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and recreation. It's our first of two games this afternoon right here on Fox Sports Rapid City. It's the girls' matchup between two 5-1 teams. The Raiders come in winning 4 in a row, and they're 3-1 here at home, while the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers have won 2 straight. They, again, are also 5-1, and they're the number 4 ranked team in AA girls basketball action. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. They're being built by Connect Home Center. Whether it's residential or commercial, Connect Home Center has been your hometown lumberyard since 1928. Looking at the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers starting lineup, it looks like this. Number 1, Aaliyah McGovern-Harrington, a 5'5" junior guard. She finished leading the Cavaliers yesterday with 15 points, hitting 4 3-pointers. Number 3, Sierra Watkins, the leading scorer of the Cavaliers. She is a 5'7" senior guard. Number 4, Cassidy Larson. She is a 5'4" senior guard. Number 21, Jaden Dunn. She is in the middle. She is a 6-foot junior forward, averaging about 13 points per game and also 7 rebounds per game. And then Ashlyn Johnson, number 23, a 5'6" junior forward. Head coach for the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers is Shantiva Pruitt. For the Rapid City Stevens Raiders, they'll go with number 1, Brittany Jones, a 5'6" sophomore guard. Number 2, Haley Oswald, a 5'7" senior guard. Number 3, Talia Porter. She is a 5'8" sophomore guard and leading scorer of the Raiders. Number 20, Isabel Higgins, a 5'9" junior forward, does a great job crashing the boards and will have her work cut out for her this afternoon. Number 22, Macy Wathen, a 5'9" junior guard. Head coach for the Raiders in his second year is Adam Dannenbrink.
And I'll tell you, we talked about the test. This is a huge test for the Raiders. They already had one against Pierre, and now they got one here.
Raiders come away winning the tip. It was loose, and the Raiders get it. Driving is going to be Porter along that left baseline as the Raiders go from left to right. They kick it out to Jones on the left wing. Now they swing it to Oswald down low, trying to get it to Higgins, but it's thrown out of bounds.
Interesting right now, you quick see the matchups. Jaden Dunn was on Porter. I don't know if that's by design or just the fact that they turned the ball over so quickly. But I thought Porter had a spin but didn't take it. Into the front court, it will be Watkins, left side to McGovern-Harrington. Man-to-man defense by Rapid City Stevens. Now Watkins drives that left baseline, kicks it into the right corner, now out to McGovern-Harrington for 3. That one is no good. It goes out of bounds, and the Raiders come away with it. Let's meet the officials. The law on the court is brought to us by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Today's officials are Amber Sierra, Jesse Strickers, and Dwayne McPherson. Here's Jones now in the front court again as the Raiders go from left to right in their blue uniforms with the white numbers. Oswald shoots the 3 and knocks it down. Again, the Raiders hit 6 3-pointers in the first quarter yesterday against Sioux Falls Roosevelt. And Haley Oswald's going to have her hand cut out. Her hands full today. She has to guard Aaliyah McGovern-Harrington. Gets the first foul there on her, but that's a tough assignment. She's so deceptive. She slides over and just all of a sudden finds herself open.
So that is Oswald picking up her first, team's first. Watkins races into the front court. Left corner, Larson shoots the 3. That one is off the mark, no good. Higgins grabs the rebound. Higgins will push the ball into the front court, trying to get it into the front court to Jones. Instead, it's thrown behind her and goes out of bounds right there at midcourt.
Kind of looked like Cassidy Larson kicked it, but I think she just stuck her foot out there and missed it.
Mm-hmm. Johnson gets the ball into Watkins. Cavaliers slow it down now as she crosses the timeline. Man-to-man defense by Rapid City Stevens. Here's Jones. Harrington. A little pass inside, and John puts up a tough shot, but she puts it in for 2.
Yeah, the great pick and roll. They found her open. The backside help wasn't there. Then it was, and like you said, she was right in the middle of the sandwich and had to throw it in.
3-2. The Raiders lead by 1. Porter now kicks it outside. Higgins shoots the 3. We get a whistle. The shot is no good, but we're going to get a whistle.
That's going to be on Dunn. And I don't know if it was they're going to say it was on the shot, but I don't know how much air she got as an airborne shooter, but Dunn turns around and bumps into her. And he said that matchup is going to be huge.
That's the first on Jaden Dunn.
I didn't think it was going to be out on the perimeter, though.
So we get 3 free throws here for Isabel Higgins. She makes the first. Overall, the Raiders, a pretty good free throw shooting team. She makes the second. I know earlier this season, as a team, the Raiders, I believe they were shooting about 79% as a team.
I actually have those stats here if I can dig them up here.
But Higgins makes all 3 free throws, and the Raiders jump out to a 6-2 lead over the Jefferson Cavaliers. McGovern Harrington in the front court, being guarded by Oswald, dribbles around the screen. Now Walton is playing defense on her. They give it to Johnson. Johnson looking inside, they go to Dunn. Dunn spins to the baseline. Backside help was Jones, and they're going to get a whistle against the Raiders.
Yeah, it's probably going to go against Jones. She was too late getting over. And you could hear the crowd yelling, look, 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 you got your shot. So they dumped it into her. Jones recognized it, but by the time she got over there, and of course we know Jaden Dunn has a great spin move. She made that spin move, and it went right into Jones, who just arrived just a split second too late.
Yesterday, Jaden Dunn hit 3 of 7 from the free throw line. She makes both of those. She has 4 points, and it's 6-4. Rapid City Stevens leading by 2 with 5:51 to go on the State Farm scoreboard in this first quarter. Macy Watson in the front court gives the ball to Porter. Porter out at midcourt now. Crossover dribble to her left. Puts up the shot. They're going to wave it off. They're going to say it's on the floor.
Yeah, Porter's going to take it. She's going to drive it. You know it. I think the defender knew it, but unfortunately Porter got by her. The secondary defender was right there, but the primary defender is the one who bumped her.
That's number 1 on Ashlyn Johnson. Second team foul against the Cavaliers. Porter on the inbounds pass. They give it to Higgins, top of the key. She's looking inside. Now Higgins drives on Dunn. Bounce pass to Oswald. The ball is loose. Going to be picked up by Watson. They get it to Jones, top of the key. Jones. Down to 18 seconds on the shot clock. Jones to the right. Gets rid of the ball. It's going to be a pushing foul. That is going to be number 2 on Jaden Dunn.
And that's a hard one to swallow because Dunn had her leaning, and she walked over her leg and had her leaning, and I think she just kind of leaned on her a little too far. Porter started dragging her foot, and so I don't know if Pruitt agreed or not. She didn't say anything, but it was a really marginal type of call.
Checking in will be Ella Silvernail for Jaden Dunn, as well as Gabby Love for the Raiders.
That's huge to get Dunn out of the game.
Jones to Porter. Porter, top of the key. Being guarded by Larson. She drives on Larson, puts up the jumper. That one is no good. The ball is loose. Larson has it on the floor. Are we going to get we get a timeout.
Yeah, we're going to get a timeout right away. Porter wisely saw her shot didn't go in. She's over here, practically sitting in the stands, jumps up, runs back in, but doesn't get there in time. But good heads up by Coach Pruitt. She's got to draw something up here to hanging right in this game, 6-4 early on. Obviously, shots not falling like they were yesterday, but right now, just battling to stay in it.
Again, over there at Howard Nas Gymnasium across town, Rapid City Central hosting the Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders. We'll try to update you on scores through those games tonight or this afternoon as well. Also, Belfouche and Douglas, they're playing in girls basketball action. So again, as we get scores come in, we will pass those along to you. 4:57 remaining in quarter number 1 here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Rapid City Stevens leading 6-4 over the 4th-ranked Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers. Both teams with a record of 5 wins and 1 loss. Here's Sierra Watkins. She races into the front court. She drives coast to coast and bakes it in for 2. She is so tough to stop in the open court.
Oh, right. Yeah, you have to get in front of her. Force her to change direction. Don't give her a free lane because she is so fast.
Brittany Jones works her way into the front court, being guarded by Larson. Jones to the right side. Now they give it to Love. Love works it inside to Porter. Porter has position, puts up the shot. It's good for Talia Porter.
They tried to get it above Porter. Watkins is right there, and she had to practically grab it off the top of her head. Here's McGovern-Harrington. She gets in the paint. The floater's up. That one is no good. Higgins grabs another rebound. Higgins, again, such a force in the low post. They go to Wathen in the front court. Wathen kicks it outside. There's Porter. Thought about a three. Instead, they go to Jones. Jones tries to work it down low to Higgins, but Cassidy Larson gets the steal. Yeah, it wasn't fair. Larson had great position. McGovern-Harrington has a clear lane to the basket, and she puts it in for two. 8-8 is your score. 3:45 remaining in quarter number one. Again, thanks for watching. Also on GoRaidersLive.com. Brittany Jones left side to Watson. They go to Love in the corner. She dribbles out to the wing, passes the ball to Porter. Talia Porter the basketball to Jones in that left corner. Porter wants to drive. Now the ball is loose. Johnson fighting for it. And it's going to be picked up by Porter for the Raiders. Porter to Watson. Now right side to Love. And I think they need to reset the clock. Is that what they're talking about? Yeah, there was a shot clock reset, and it didn't need to be, is what happened. Dean will just give a quick scoring update while they're setting the clock there. In girls basketball, in the second quarter, Rapid City Central leading Sioux Falls Roosevelt 30-18 with a minute 18 to go before halftime. What was that one? I'm sorry. I was focusing on the game here. 30-18, Rapid City Central on top of Sioux Falls Roosevelt right before halftime. And there's Claire Fierro in the low post. She's going to bank it in for two. Great inbounds play. They had to fix the shot clock. Everything got rolling. A good job by the Raiders. In the front court, McGovern-Harrington pulls up from the free throw line, and it's nothing but net for Aaliyah McGovern-Harrington. She's so smooth. Porter hits the deck. She gets the ball to Wathen. Wathen crosses the timeline. And there's a steal by Larson. And then Larson is bumped by Fierro, so that'll be the first on Claire Fierro. Third team foul against the Raiders. You know, we've seen some half-court sets, but we've also seen a lot of running. Good mixture of both of them. Both teams just want to push it. Here's Sierra Watkins. She'll cross the timeline. Man-to-man defense by the Raiders. She dribbles to that right wing as the Jefferson Cavaliers go from right to left. They get it to Larson. Larson to the baseline, cut off. Kicks it back outside to Watkins. She goes to McGovern-Harrington. She gets in the paint. Puts up the shot. No good. A battle for the rebound. Comes away to Oswald. Oswald to Wathen. She'll work her way in the front court on that far side. Cross from the scorer's table. Dribbles to the top of the key. Hands the ball off to Porter. 2:20 remaining in this first quarter. Now they go to Oswald for three. That one is off the mark, no good. Finley Love fights for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Finley Love. Abby Horner in the ball game. Good three-point execution by the Raiders. Patiently getting the ball, finding the open shooter, letting it fly. Watkins works her way in the front court. Bounce pass goes to Silvernail. Ella Silvernail. And now there's a steal by Porter. Porter in the front court. Goes up strong to the basket, puts it up, and it's good for two. Good move. A great hustle the other way. Cassidy Larson was there. She was setting up, but Porter just stepped right around her. Almost a steal by Love at the other end, but McGovern-Harrington gets the ball. They go to Silvernail. She'll shoot the three. That one rolls around the rim. No good. But we get a whistle. That'll be against Rapid City. The Cavaliers. Yeah, just a good box out there by the Raiders. Cavaliers trying to fight over it, pushes her in the back, and we're going to go the other way. But, that's just good fundamental. We saw, unfortunately yesterday there were quite a few opportunities for fundamentals to be executed that just weren't. Abby Horner, she picks up her first, the freshman. The ball is loose. It's going to be picked up by Ashlyn Johnson. She races into the front court, tries to go coast to coast. It was blocked by Fierro, but they're going to whistle her for the foul. Yeah, she just couldn't get ahead of her. And it's so hard. Unless you can just get the hand out there and tip the ball away, you're going to get called if there's any sort of contact. If you're beside the gal or the player, rather, who's going up for the free throw, you have to get in front. Otherwise, all you can do is just run by them, stick your hands up, and that's really the only thing you can do.
At the free throw line is Ashlyn Johnson. She makes the free throw. You know, Dean, I was talking to someone from Stevens earlier in this ball game, and obviously they did play the Cavaliers last year, but this is only their second year with a sports program. First time that the Cavaliers are playing here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium.
Yeah, except for if they came from another school, which obviously, some of them did. But, yeah, coming here as the Cavaliers. Yeah, for the Kearney Files, there's just not much. There's last year, there's this year, and that's it.
And this will be Porter on the front court. We're tied at 12 apiece. 1:20 to go in the first quarter. Here's Love. She drives, and we're going to get a whistle against the Cavaliers. Gabby Love was kind of in trouble as she got in the paint there.
And I don't remember last year, so they went to Jefferson.
And they lost.
They lost to Jefferson, but they returned the favor in the state tournament?
I believe so. There's Porter on the inbounds pass underneath the basket. Double teamed along the left baseline, kicks the ball out to Oswald. Oswald, right side to right corner to Porter. Porter drives the baseline, tries to get it outside, but Larson gets the steal. Larson, back to McGovern Harrington. Crossover dribble. She drives, puts up a tough shot, but a pushing foul against the Raiders.
Boy, that's unfortunate. She was kind of out of control there. Thought maybe she's going to get a travel, but there was contact.
That is going to be the first on number 34, Gabby Love. 15 foul against Rapid City Stevens. Cassidy Larson will trigger it in along the right baseline. In this game coming your way on Fox Sports Rapid City. There's the inbounds pass. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Cavaliers. I thought Oswald might have had a piece of it.
Yeah,
but they're going to say it'll be blue basketball.
Of course, at times we need like binoculars up here to see down there.
We do sit pretty high up here, but a great look onto the court at Carroll Higher.
Yeah, if you want to drop X's and O's, we got a great view.
We do. Here's Love now. Crossover dribble. Kicks it outside to her sister, Finley. Finley Love over to Oswald. Now Porter in the right corner for three. This one is no good, a little too strong. Coming away with it is Abigail Schultz. Schultz in the front court gives it to Johnson. Now she'll hand it to McGovern Harrington. Shot clock is off. We're down to 20 seconds. Cavaliers can hold for the final shot of the quarter if they choose. Ashlyn Johnson out at midcourt being guarded by Love. Johnson dribbles to the right. 10 seconds now. Love back to her left. Gets into the low post. Kicks it outside. There's a three by McGovern Harrington. That one is off the mark. Schultz tried to save it. It's into the hands of Oswald. Oswald now puts up the shot at the buzzer. It's no good. And that is the way we end the first quarter. We've got a great contest here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. On the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agent Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. After one, we are tied at 12 apiece between Rapid City Stevens and Sioux Falls Jefferson. We'll step aside. We're back in 1 minute on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM. Fox Sports Rapid City and online at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh.
You're listening to South Dakota High School basketball on Fox Sports Rapid City, presented by Black Hills Surgical Hospital Sports Medicine and powered by Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center.
Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and recreation. Sioux Falls Jefferson with the basketball to start this second quarter. Here's Larson with the clock down to 8 seconds. They work it down low to Johnson. Her shot is no good. Horner gets it back. She tries to bank it in. The ball is loose, and it's going to be Higgins who comes away with it for the Raiders. Isabel Higgins works her way into the front court, gives the ball to Watson. Now left side they go to Porter. Porter dribbles to the top of the key, now around to the right wing. Gets around the screen. Now they go to Watson. Cross-court pass out to Finley Love. Love crossover dribble, gets in the lane, puts up the floater. That one is short, no good. Horner comes away with it for the Cavaliers. Horner trying to get into the front court. It's going to be a jump ball, I believe, as Finley Love and Horner both tie it up.
Yeah, it is. And actually, I think Watson actually started that as she kind of cut off Horner. Horner didn't know where to go, and then there was some cavalry from the backside for the Raiders. Kind of helped force that jump ball.
Raiders have possession. 12-12 is your score with 6:54 to go. Now the ball is loose once again. And we're going to have a foul, I believe, against Porter.
Yeah, it's going to be on Porter. They were just kind of both getting after it. Sometimes when you're trying to be aggressive, yeah, you go through players just trying to get after it. You can't get around them.
That's number one.
You see Coach Danbring saying,
calm down, you got it. Yep, number one on Porter, 16 foul against the Raiders. Sierra Watkins in the front court. Watkins around the screen to the left. Gets to the elbow, now hands the ball off to Larson, back to Watkins. Driving the left baseline, puts up the shot. It's short, no good. It's Porter with the rebound for the Raiders. She pushes the ball to Higgins in the front court. Higgins to that right wing. Crossover dribble, she drives, puts up the short jumper, no good. A battle for the rebound. The ball is loose. It's going to be Horner who picks it up, and a reach-in foul. That's going to be on Oswald.
I thought it was going to be on Porter there for a second. Both their arms were there, and you could just see Coach Danbring cringing at the moment. Of course, Jaden Dunn, who has 2 fouls, back into the ball game to see what she can do.
That was the second on Haley Oswald, 7th team foul. So we go back to the other end to shoot free throws. That's Abby Horner, the 5'9" freshman at the charity stripe for Sioux Falls Jefferson. Again, we're tied at 12. Neither team has scored yet in this second quarter. That one bounces around the rim, no good. Higgins, yet another rebound. It's taken away by Dunn. Dunn spins to the baseline, banks it in for 2.
Wow, she's so good on that spin.
6 points now for Jaden Dunn, the 6-foot junior for the Cavaliers. That breaks the tie. It's a 2-point Cavalier lead. Here's Macy Watson, the basketball. Watson spins to her left, gives the ball to Finley Love. Love drives, gets underneath the basket, now tries to kick it out. The ball is stolen by McGovern Harrington. She races down that left sideline, and she's going to be bumped by Finley Love.
And I think that was a bit of a frustration foul. Obviously, Finley Love works hard, probably as hard as anyone out there, all over the place. But I think McGovern Harrington just frustrated her coming down here. Mm-hmm. She tried to get here, but McGovern Harrington just moving those feet so well and forcing her onto the baseline, trapped her down there. She tried to pass it out. She had quick arms. McGovern Harrington recovers it, heads back to the sideline. I think Finley was just quick as anything, gets down the court, but just a little frustration foul.
That's the first on Finley Love, 8th team foul. At the free throw line is McGovern Harrington. She makes the first, and the second one is short, no good. As a team, Cavaliers are 5 of 7 from the free throw line this afternoon. 15-12, a 3-point lead for the Cavaliers. That's their largest. There's Higgins, top of the key. Higgins looking inside. Dribbles back to her left. Now she loses the ball. It's picked up by McGovern Harrington. She gets into the front court, passes out to Watkins. She'll shoot the 3. That one off the mark, no good. It's a battle for the rebound. Higgins comes away with yet another one. She'll give the ball to Jones. Jones into the front court for the Raiders. Dribbles to the right side. Now back to her left. Gets the pass. They go to Oswald on the right wing. Oswald, she wants to drive, gets in the lane, kicks it outside to Higgins, and will get a pushing foul against the Cavaliers.
Yeah, you can see just the athleticism of the Cavaliers is putting some frustration on the Stevens Raiders. And obviously they didn't have that yesterday. You know, unfortunately, the Roosevelt Rough Riders just not quite the team even up to the level of the competitiveness of the upper level of teams in South Dakota. So it was moderately easy for the Raiders yesterday, but they're finding a very formidable opponent today.
Ashlyn Johnson knocks it out of bounds. Oh, no, I think it was Horner. Either way, it'll be Raider basketball. They get the ball, a little pick and roll there. Porter in the low post, and she puts it in for 2. 6 points now for Talia Porter.
If you're going to go one-on-one on Porter, she has it. That is her game, if she can just create that.
15-14, Sioux Falls Jefferson by 1 over the Raiders on the State Farm scoreboard. 4:43 remaining in the second quarter. Watkins left side. They work the ball. It goes to Horner. Horner to Silvernail. Now the ball is loose. Watson comes away with it. She pushes the ball to Jones in the front court. Jones pulls up. Right side jumper no good. Oswald there to clean it up and put it in for 2.
That's just great team basketball coming from the backside. Oswald there to clean up her teammate.
Watkins pulls up at the
wing.
Going
to shoot right there.
Too. She gets to the elbow, spins a nice spin move, and the scoop shot good for Sierra Watkins.
Her and Jaden Dunn must hang out together a lot because those are 2 incredible spin moves.
Jaden Dunn checks back in. She replaces Ella Silvernail. The Raiders still going with Brittany Jones, Talia Porter, Macy Wathen. Looks like Oswald and Isabel Higgins. Raiders will take a timeout, though. In on the State Farm scoreboard with 4:11 to go in this second quarter, Sioux Falls Jefferson leads by 1 over Rapid City Stevens, 17-16 here in girls basketball action. For all of your office, shop, and storage needs, choose Quality Commercial Properties, LLC, at the Samco Business Plaza. Quality, affordable, reliable. There's nothing better on the west side of Rapid City. Call 605-721-9777. Quality Commercial Properties, LLC, at the Samco Business Plaza.
This is a game we expected coming into today. I talked last night about that second-day lag that could happen. Obviously, the Cavaliers could have it. You travel all the way across state. You just played a moderately tough game. Central wasn't an easy game for them last night. You stay at a hotel. It isn't always the best night of sleep. Sometimes people mess around or whatever. You don't get that perfect rest because you're not in your own bed. You got to get up early enough. You got to get here with the rest of the team. You got to warm up. I think they had bus trouble this morning.
Okay.
A little bit.
I'd heard they got here kind of late to just warm up and start play.
Yeah, I think they got in your time for the game, but warm up was definitely a little bit shorter. And just little opportunities. There's no gym space here because all 3 gyms are being used today. So it's not showing so far because both teams are still on game right now.
Dean, at halftime at Howard Nas, Rapid City Central leads Sioux Falls Roosevelt 32-21. Here's Macy Watson. She hits the deck as she puts up the shot. It's no good. Cavaliers come away with it. Again, they lead by 1 with just under 4 minutes to play. Here's Watkins, the basketball at midcourt. Man-to-man defense by the Raiders. Watkins dribbles to the left, now passes to McGovern Harrington. She's looking inside from that left wing, trying to get it to Dunn. The ball is tipped. Higgins gets the steal for the Raiders. Here they get it to Porter in the front court. Porter racing hard to the basket and puts it in for 2. 8 points now for Porter, and the Raiders regain the lead.
Boy, she's so physical all over the place, yet she just got great touch with that basketball.
Larson takes a step back, shoots the 3. That one is no good. Dunn grabs the offensive rebound. She drives and banks it in for 2. 8 points for Jaden Dunn. And it's now the Jefferson Cavaliers 19, the Raiders 18. 3:12 remaining in the second quarter, rather. Here's Macy Wathen. Wathen dribbles back to the right, now spins. And we're going to get a hand-checking foul. That's on Abby Horner. That's her second. 7th team foul, so we're going to go to the free throw line for the one-on-one.
Yeah, shooting from here on out. So just teams just trying to be physical. And like we said, maybe you're a little bit of lag from day 2, so maybe you're not quite as control of your body as you want it to be. So we might see a few more fouls today maybe than we would have last night. Just trying to control things.
The one-on-one, no good. Getting the rebound is Oswald. Oswald kicks it out to Porter. Left side, they go to Jones. Jones to Wathen. Wathen down low to Porter. Porter puts up the shot and draws the foul on Sierra Watkins. You can tell from our angle how strong Talia Porter is when she's in the low post.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Sierra Watkins did not have bad defense by any means. She was right there. I think she just got her arm down a little too much on that, didn't quite keep it straight up. But either way, she was there. Again, you get one-on-one. That is almost every time a win for Talia Porter. She can. It isn't that she's going to run you over, but she can back you down. She can make a spin move. She's got great feel with her hands to just, it's the soft touch on the ball.
She misses the first free throw. Here comes number 2. That one is good. 9 points now for Talia Porter. We're tied at 19 apiece. 2:50 to go here in the second quarter. Watkins at the other end. The floater and the paint is good for 2. 6 points for Sierra Watkins. It's back to a 2-point Jefferson lead, 21-19. 2:38 remaining on the State Farm scoreboard. Left side, they get it to Love. Gabby Love to Porter. Porter kicks it outside. Watson shoots the 3. It's no good. It bounces around the rim. Dunn comes away with it for the Cavaliers.
That was a little shocking there. Porter, I thought, had a drive, yet she kicked it out.
Watkins falls down, and a travel on Sierra Watkins.
Yeah, she took a step. It was really weird. I don't know if she stepped on a foot or something like that, then all of a sudden, like you said, kind of hit the ground.
Mm-hmm. Ashlyn Johnson comes back in. She replaces Watkins, who gets a rest. Raiders will go with Wathen, Porter, Jones, Higgins, and Gabby Love. This is Jones in the backcourt. She'll work her way into the front court, being guarded by Johnson. Dribbles to the wing. Now they go to Higgins. Higgins back to this near side. Hands the ball off to Porter. Porter spins to her left. Puts up a tough shot and bakes it in for 2. What a shot there by Talia Porter.
You know, they had her double teamed, and then they backed off a bit, and she was lost. Like, hey, I got nobody to go to. And then all of a sudden, the C was wide open.
Trying to work it inside to Ashlyn Johnson, but it's thrown a little too far out of her reach. Goes out of bounds, and the Raiders come away with it. We're tied at 21 apiece with 1:43 to go. Watkins does not sit out, I think. Don't even think she sat out a minute. Watkins is back in as McGovern Harrington will take a seat.
Yeah, she just has to watch it, not to get that third foul here within this last minute 40.
Here's Brittany Jones in the front court. Down to 90 seconds here in the second quarter before halftime. Jones directing traffic. Dribbles to that left side. Puts up the shot in the paint. That one is no good. Higgins tried to tap it away. Instead, it's into the hands of Silverdale, but Higgins gets it back.
The Cavaliers got a little lazy with it. Higgins hadn't cleared yet.
So the Raiders have it again, and that's going to be Watkins picking up her second.
Porter sometimes it's just so hard to guard. You want to be physical with her, but she's physical right back.
Mm-hmm. Jaden Gunn will exit. Ashlyn Johnson does as well. Plus, Gabby Love is going to be replaced by her sister, Finley Love. Talia Porter at the free throw line. She's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. It is bonus coming up. 1-on-1 for Porter. And she misses the free throw. Porter hitting just 1 of 3 this afternoon. Harrington in the ball. McGovern Harrington in the front court. Dribbles around the screen to the baseline. Drives hard. Puts up the jumper. That one is no good. Oswald comes away with it. Hands the ball to Porter. Porter races into the front court on the near side. Porter wants to drive. Spins to her right. Now back to her left along the baseline. That one is short. No good. Watkins comes away with it. 45 seconds now. Into the front court. McGovern Harrington drives. That one is contested. No good. Higgins comes away with it. Higgins gives the ball to Love. Finley Love in the front court. Bounce pass to Porter, but it's too low for Porter. Bounces off her foot and rolls out of bounds.
Boy, you love the attack of it. Finley Love had it. You saw her put on the accelerator. She hits the NOS button. Just burns it up the court. It's like, I got the shot, and then just couldn't get enough oomph to get that ball into the hands of Porter.
The shot clock is off. We're down to 30 seconds, tied at 21 apiece between Sioux Falls Jefferson and Rapid City Stevens. Watkins gives the ball to McGovern Harrington. She'll dribble around the perimeter, give the ball to Larson. Larson back to her left. Oswald went for the steal. Instead, she's going to pick up number 3.
Oh, that's rough. And is he going to keep her in for 17 seconds? I know it's only 17 seconds, but still. I don't know if he's aware of that.
Mm-hmm. There he goes. Brittany Jones gets set to check in. At the free throw line is Cassidy Larson. She is scoreless in this contest. First free throw attempt coming up. Off the mark, no good. The rebound to Macy Wathen. Down to 13 seconds now. They get it to Porter. Down to 9 seconds. Porter works her way into the front court. Crossover dribble to the top of the key. Now back to her right, and it's going to be a carry by Talia Porter.
Ouch, that's a tough one. She just wanted to change direction. She got cut off going to her right, wanted to change and go back to her left, and just kind of got their hand under the ball.
3.1 seconds remaining. Larson will trigger it in. They go to McGovern-Harrington at midcourt. She puts up the shot, and it's no good. It hits the backboard. She got, it was almost a hook shot. Almost. That's going to do it. That's the end of the first half here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. At the end of 2 quarters on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick, we are tied at 21 between Rapid City Stevens and Sioux Falls Jefferson in girls basketball action. We'll step aside for 1 minute. When we return, it's the halftime show right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City and FoxSportsRapidCity.com, as well as GoRaidersLive.com.
Whether you run the race.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future.
You'll say yes to our year-end sell down at the Denny Menhold Auto Group. Denny Menhold, Toyota, and Rushmore Honda have moved their used inventory to Rapid Chevrolet. Say yes to 23 local and national lenders on hand competing for your business. Say yes to the most value for your trade with multiple appraisers bidding for it. Say yes and buy with no money down and no payments until March 2023. All credit applications accepted. Our year-end sell down ends December 31st at Denny Menhold Rapid Chevrolet.
Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales, Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and recreation. With Dean Gurr, I'm Jerome Wickersham. We welcome you to the halftime show right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City. And what a ball game we have in front of us. Again, we knew coming in we had 2 5-1 teams, how evenly matched we thought these two teams were. They each scored 12 points in the first quarter. They each scored 9 in the second quarter, and we're tied at 21 apiece. And like we said, it's, again, a very evenly matched game between these two teams. And I think the second half is going to be, just a hard-fought to the finish line.
Yeah, it definitely is, and it's exciting. It's not one of those lull games where you get a rebound and you walk it up to the court and push the shot clock and wait for that great shot. I mean, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around and looking for that good shot, but it is fast-paced. It's turnovers. It's push the ball up the court, and you can only do that if you have A, speed, B, good handling, and C, worthy bench that you can go to, because you can't keep up that pace. Even when you're playing pickup ball or somewhere, you have a tendency all of a sudden you do that for a little while and then you kind of lag behind. That type of thing. So you have to have a dependable bench that can come in, spell your players, so you can keep up that intense. It's tough man-to-man pressure. It's getting after the ball. It's pushing it after turnovers or whatever it may be, and it's got good flow to it. Mm-hmm. There have been a few kind of out-of-control things, but not a huge amount. But, yeah, two teams very evenly matched, and, yeah, this is going to come down to the wire here in the second half.
Looking at the individual scoring for the Raiders, they were led by Talia Porter with 11 first-half points, scoring 7 of those 11 in the second quarter, 5 for Haley Oswald, 3 for Isabel Higgins, and 2 for Claire Fierro. For the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers, they're led by Jaden Dunn with 8 points. Her time was limited in the first half due to foul trouble. 6 points for Sierra Watkins, 5 points for Aaliyah McGovern-Harrington, and 2 for Ashlyn Johnson. The big surprise for the Cavaliers, they hit 10 of 21 three-pointers yesterday. Today, they're 0 for 7.
Yeah, it's, it goes that way sometimes. Obviously it's shooting, and shooting is a streaky thing about it because you're not just going to knock them down constantly. All of a sudden you can't throw the ball into the ocean at some point in time, and sometimes you can't even miss. And it just, sometimes it has to do, we talked about maybe the little bit of lag you get on a second day, tough game, second day type of thing. It depend on your adrenaline. Your adrenaline gets you a little bit exhausted, so maybe you don't get the right form that you're used to, that you practice constantly. Your feet don't get quite under your way you need to. You don't get the bend that you're looking for in all those things. And so, that's going to, come down to it. Maybe you lose a ball or two here or there that you normally would grab. So a lot of that fatigue comes into factor, but, still, they're shooting fairly well. Jefferson, 33% from the floor, and 40% for Stevens. Like you said, 0 for 7 from downtown. Stevens is only 1 of 4. They were lighting it up the first quarter yesterday, but again, today it's just a different story. It's a different day, and that's just a funny thing about shooting. When you're a shooting team, you're going to go through those up and down streaks. It's like It's like being on the ocean. You're high on the wave, and then you're down in the crest, and you're just like, back and forth. And sometimes it's an emotional roller coaster. You got to battle through it, and you got to be able to score in other ways, move the ball around, getting rebounds, all those other opportunities. And so, we're going to see that. Again, we're going to see that matchup between Higgins and Dunn, just getting the board. Like I said, Dunn's time was limited. She made the most of it, getting the 8 points. But Higgins doing a great job of collecting a lot of rebounds and just really helping her team out. They're going to need her through this all the way through this second half to continue that.
Again, this is the halftime show on Fox Sports Rapid City and FoxSportsRapidCity.com. We're tied at 21 apiece in our girls basketball matchup this afternoon between two 5-1 teams. The Raiders, again, 5-1. The Jefferson Cavaliers, the number 4 ranked team, and also they've won 2 straight to get their record to 5-1 as well. Dean, what do you think the second half? I mean, what it ultimately might come down to, as far as that, because we both think, it's going to stay close. These two teams are very evenly matched. But what do you think it might come down to?
Well, it's going to come down to one of two things. It's going to come down that one mistake at the wrong time. It's going to come down to not getting that one rebound that you needed at the right time and not knocking down that one big shot that you needed at the right time. So it's going to be the right time, and it's going to be the team that executes that last opportunity at the right time.
Again, 21-21 is your score at halftime between Rapid City Stevens and Sioux Falls Jefferson. This is the halftime show on Fox Sports Rapid City. We'll step aside for 1 minute. When we come back, we'll take a look at some scores. We'll look at the Rapid City Central girls basketball score. We'll do that when we return to Carroll Higher Gymnasium right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, keep it simple. Insure your car and home with Farm Bureau, and you'll have a combined policy with one deductible that can cover it all. That means faster claim resolution and less hassle. Plus, you can save money in the long run. It's the quick way back to normal, because with Farm Bureau, you've got an agent who can make things right when things go wrong. Farm Bureau agents make insurance simple.
Call me, Tom Berger, your Farm Bureau agent in Rapid City, at 348-3470.
Owned and operated by veterans, Black Mountain Painting provides interior, exterior, residential, and commercial painting services. With over 12 years of experience and a team of trusted paint experts, they bring the highest standard of work to the Black Hills area. They provide interior and exterior painting and custom staining needs. So if you have painting or staining needs inside or out, give Black Mountain Painting a call for your free quote today. 605-661-8612.
And we are back here at the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and recreation. With Dean Gurr, I'm Jerome Wickersham. It's the halftime show on Fox Sports Rapid City. Both teams back on the court now, warming up before we start this third quarter. We're tied at 21 apiece between the Raiders and the Cavaliers. Across town over there at Howard Nas Gym, It's the start of the fourth quarter in their girls basketball matchup, and Rapid City Central trying to rebound this afternoon as they are on top of Sioux Falls Roosevelt 40-27 after their loss yesterday to the Cavaliers. Again, it's Rapid City Central 40, Sioux Falls Roosevelt 27, and after that they'll obviously have the boys game between the Rough Riders and the Cobblers. And you look at the effort the Cobbler boys put in yesterday. They just put their heart into that ball game, led by 8 at halftime against the top-ranked Cavalier team, and then they end up losing by 8 in the second half.
Yeah, it was all out. Any team across the state needs to take something away from that. You know, whether you're watching the game or whatever, you know, and it's easier when you know the team because you know how they are at other times, and all of a sudden they came out and they were just pests to the Cavaliers and played hard and knocked down shots and still made a lot of mistakes that could have ultimately ended up having them win the game. But, yeah, came out and played just great yesterday. Hopefully they can bring that again today.
Mm-hmm. We're going to start this second half now. It'll be Cavalier basketball going from left to right. Same starters on the court for each team. Here's Watkins now, left side. McGovern Harrington to that left wing, kicks it outside. Watkins, top of the key. Again, tied at 21 apiece as we start this third quarter. 22 seconds gone by. They tried to get the ball to Watkins. Porter comes away with the steal. Porter in the front court for the Raiders, going from right to left. She spins to her left, drives on Watkins, spins back in the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, pump fakes, now kicks it into the corner. Jones shoots the three. It's high off the rim, no good. Dunn grabs the rebound for the for the Cavaliers.
You know, that was it. Porter gets into the lane. She spins, gets secondary help, and couldn't come up with a shot.
Ashlyn Johnson was left wide open underneath the basket. She puts it in for two. And the Cavaliers regain the lead 23-21. This game has been close throughout. Here's Higgins, left side to Jones. Brittany Jones, the basketball. Left side to Wathen. She's been scoreless in this contest. Wathen drives that left baseline, now spins in the paint, puts up a shot. She was double-teamed. Dunn comes away with it for the Cavaliers. Dunn in the front court, trying to go coast to coast. Now she goes to McGovern Harrington for three. That one's an air ball, and Oswald will grab the loose ball. Oswald to Higgins in the front court. Higgins pulls up, shoots the jumper. That is short, no good. And Larson comes away with it for the Cavaliers.
That wasn't the shot for Higgins. She either needed to drive it in or pull it out and let her team come up with it.
McGovern Harrington drives. That shot is no good. Brittany Jones will work her way into the front court. Coach Dannenberg saying push the ball up the court. Jones left wing, out to Wathen. Wathen.
And this is going to be on Isabel Higgins. She's just trying to establish position. They're going to get a foul against her. And Dannenberg settles. It's funny because I'm sure he didn't like it. You know, because some player didn't go flying, so sometimes the coaches don't hey, that's not much of a foul. He's like, oh, okay, sure, all right, I'll give it to you.
That's the first on Higgins, first team foul against the Raiders in this half. 2 minutes gone by, Sioux Falls Jefferson leading 23-21 on the State Farm scoreboard. In the front court, Watkins spins back to her left, puts up the scoop shot off the glass. It's good for two.
She just got this great move.
She does. 8 points now for Sierra Watkins, and it's a 4-point Cavalier lead, 25-21. Finley Love in the ball game now. She'll give it to Wathen. She'll shoot the long three-pointer. That's off the side of the iron. No good. Watkins boxes out. She was going out of bounds, losing her balance. It's picked up by Porter, and a reach-in foul on Abby Horner.
I just got to tell you, the amazing effort that Sierra Watkins did boxing out. The gal was a Porter. She was boxing out. Had no chance of even getting that ball because she just had a body on a body.
Wathen gets the ball down low to Porter underneath the basket, and we're going to get a whistle against the Cavaliers. Again on that inbound.
Is it going to be Watkins or Dunn? That's going to be huge.
They were both down there. That is going to be number 3 on Jaden Dunn.
Another huge one. And I know what Coach Pruitt is telling her squad or talking to the ref. It's kind of hard to tell.
Talia Porter at the free throw line. That one is good. 12 points now for the sophomore.
And Dunn's going to come out of the game again.
It's Ella Silvernail, the 5'11 senior, backup post player, comes in. Second free throw attempt for Porter is no good. She has struggled. Just 2 of 5 now from the charity stripe. McGovern Harrington takes a step back, shoots the 3 at the other end. That one is off the mark. Higgins with another rebound, her 7th. She pushes the ball to Wathen in the front court. Wathen crossover dribble, shot a little short, no good. I think he tried to half float it, half layup. They get it to Larson in the front court. Larson baseline jumper, no good. Probably not the shot Larson was looking for. Macy Wathen in the front court gives the ball to Porter. Porter to the top of the key, shoots the 3. It's good for Porter.
You can see the hesitancy between both teams, and Porter's like, no problem here, I'll just cash it in.
4 points in the quarter for Porter, and Watkins at the other end. She's underneath the basket. It's a blocking foul against the Raiders. But again, we're tied at 25 apiece.
Yeah, it's going to go against Porter. Porter's like, I was just standing there. Well, true, she was just standing there. The thing is, she hit only a section of Porter, and you have to be in front of the player. Otherwise, you're going to get called to that block. I know you're thinking, I was just standing there. I didn't do anything. But that's what it is. You have to be in front of the player in order to have what's called legal guarding position by the rule book.
Watkins misses the free throw. Second free throw attempt is good. 3 points in the quarter, 9 overall. They 1-point Jefferson lead, 26-25. Oswald at the other end drives. Her shot is short, no good. Harrington comes away with it. McGovern Harrington works her way into the front court. They go to Larson, now right side to Watkins.
Well, how many point-blank shots have the Raiders missed in this quarter alone?
McGovern Harrington drives the baseline. Now she's cut off. She'll dribble back to the wing. Looking inside. Wathen applying pressure. We're going to get a timeout. Shantiva Pruitt didn't like what she saw.
Again, both teams, tenacious defense, athleticism, making things tough for open opportunities for either squad. And Coach Pruitt, hey, we got a 1-point lead. We got to set something up here.
26-25, Sioux Falls Jefferson leading Rapid City Stevens. 4:23 to go in the third quarter. Some other scores real quickly in girls basketball action. Up there in Belle-Fourche this afternoon with 6 minutes left in the fourth. Belle-Fourche 48, Douglas 20. Also with 6 minutes left in the fourth, Rapid City Central 43, Sioux Falls Roosevelt 31. Again, we'll pass along more scores and some finals when they become available. Jefferson basketball, 16 seconds on the shot clock. Larson gets the ball in. It goes to Watkins. Watkins dribbles. Now crossover dribble to the top of the key. Kicks it to Larson, wide open in the corner. That one is short. Watkins grabs the rebound. Gets underneath the basket. Now dribbles to the corner. She's wide open, so she shoots the 3. It rims in and out, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Porter comes away with it. Porter pushes the ball to Wathen in the front court. Wathen out to Fierro. Now Finley Love to that right baseline. She drives. Bounce pass to Wathen in the corner. She shoots the long jumper, and it's good. First basket of the day from Macy Wathen.
It's a good move, good drive, good find by Finley Love.
27-26, the Raiders by 1 with 3:39 to go in the third quarter. Watkins at the other end. She drives, puts up a tough shot, and she banks it in for 2. Gets it just over the defender. She had to pull up to avoid maybe the foul, the offensive foul.
Yeah, it was a good secondary effort by the Raiders.
Here's Finley Love, the freshman at the other end, as she drives and banks it in for 2.
How about that? The body lead she got beyond the defender. Little finger roll.
Watkins, they go to Silvernail. She'll launch a 3. That one is off the mark. Larson gets the rebound to keep it alive for the Cavaliers. Larson bounce pass to Watkins, top of the key. 3 minutes remaining in the third. 29-28, the Raiders by 1. Watkins dribbles to her right, gets to that wing, now back to her left, in the paint. The running jumper is good for Watkins, and she is taking control of the game for the Cavaliers in this third quarter. Here's a steal by Horner. Abby Horner races into the front court. Horner gives the ball to Silvernail. Now they give it to Watkins. Watkins being guarded by Oswald. Oswald drives, Now they kick it outside. Horner shoots the three. That one is no good. She follows her own ball, puts up the shot, and Fierro gets called for the foul, but no one boxed out Abby Horner.
No, and the Raiders usually do a pretty good job of that, and right now for Roosevelt, their general game plan is simply this. You got somebody in the perimeter, you got ball handlers, they're going to drive it in, they're going to get the Raiders to collapse, and then they're going to kick it back out. Now, right now, they're not shooting their threes really well, so at the moment, it's not working as effectively as they're hoping for, but that's the general. Now, the thing is, if you just do one-on-one, like someone like Sierra Watkins or even Leah McGovern-Harrington, you got to be able to double them somehow, some way. Otherwise, they're going to get to the rack.
Abby Horner misses the first free throw. She's 0 for 2. She does make that one. So 1 for 3 this afternoon. It's 31-29. Sioux Falls Jefferson by 2. 2:28 remaining in the third quarter. Brittany Jones checks in, back to Macy Wathen. Wathen works her way into the front court. Wathen to Higgins. Isabel Higgins checked back in, trying to get to Love, and McGovern-Harrington tried to get the steal. Porter comes away with it. She gets the ball. It goes to Wathen. Now out to Love. They kick it around to Porter for three. This one is no good. Higgins, another rebound. The putback is no good. The ball's tapped around. It's loose, and it's grabbed by Watkins. Watkins to McGovern-Harrington in the front court. She drives. The shot is blocked, but a whistle against the Raiders.
It was a great moving double team. I think that Gabby Love is going to get called for that one. I know they're going to call it on Talia, but it looked like Gabby Love was underneath and she slid under, just didn't quite get there. They're going to call it on Porter, who was coming from the backside. That's 3 for Talia.
Fourth team foul against the Raiders. McGovern-Harrington at the free throw line for the second time today.
So that's a little scary. You're teetering right there. You got 3 with Porter. You need her in the game definitely.
Free throw no good. Johnson gets the rebound for the Cavaliers. No boxing out. Larson shoots the three. That one off the side of the iron, no good. And Johnson, another rebound. Johnson backs her way in, puts up the shot. It's good for Ashlyn Johnson.
That was pretty good. Wathen's defense was right there, but she just had a good enough spin and got the hand just underneath her arm.
Largest lead for the Cavaliers now, 34-29. And we're going to get a timeout with 1:33 to go in the third quarter on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agent Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. It's Sioux Falls Jefferson 34, Rapid City Stevens 29. For all your office, shop, and storage needs, choose Quality Commercial Properties, LLC, at Samco Business Plaza. Quality, affordable, and reliable. There's nothing better on the west side of Rapid City. Call 605-721-9777. Quality Commercial Properties, LLC, at the Samco Business Plaza.
When you talk about, reliability, you want to rely on your three-point shooting. We talked about it at the pregame. Man, it just isn't there. It's funny. Is it going to open up in this fourth quarter? You could see a team almost start to run away with it if they start cashing in. So neither team can let off the gas right now.
93 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Raider basketball, they trail by 5. Here's Brittany Jones now. She drives, cut off in the low post, kicks it outside. They go to Love. Gabby Love to Porter. Porter, crossover dribble, gets in the lane, puts up the shot. It's blocked by Dunn. She gets it back, puts up the shot. It's no good. It's a battle for the ball, and it's Dunn who comes away with it.
They had to triple team her that time.
Dunn to Watkins to Larson, who shoots the three. This one is no good. A fight for the rebound. And it's going to be Dunn who comes away with it. Dunn to Watkins. New shot clock for the Cavaliers. Down to 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Watkins hands the ball off to Harrington. It goes out of bounds. But they say last touch by Jones.
They're trying to collect things here. Gets up again. 45 seconds here. Couple of big possessions coming up here for both squads.
Larson down low to Dunn in the low post, and Dunn puts it in for two.
That was an amazing pass. Dunn, it wasn't wide open, and Dunn came up and got it.
Porter Dribbles into that left corner. Picks up her dribble. Gets rid of the basketball. It goes to Jones, and it's going to be a jump ball with the Raiders keeping the possession arrow, or having the possession arrow. 27 seconds remaining. Raider basketball. Jones down low to Porter. Porter spins to her right, puts up the shot, off the glass, a little too strong, no good. Watkins the rebound. Shot clock is off. 36-29, the Cavaliers with their largest lead of 7. They give the ball to McGovern-Harrington. Down to 8 seconds. Back to Watkins. Watkins to Dunn in the low post. Dunn puts up the shot, no good. Higgins grabs the rebound. Johnson gets it back, puts up the shot, no good. And that'll do it. That's the end of the third quarter. But a run there by the Cavaliers as they stretch their lead to 7 now over Rapid City Stevens. On the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. After 3, it's Sioux Falls Jefferson 36, Rapid City Stevens 29. We're back with fourth quarter action when we return in 1 minute on 106.7 FM, 11:50 a.m. Fox Sports Rapid City and FoxSportsRapidCity.com, as well as GoRaidersLive.com.
What? The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
You'll say yes to our year-end sell-down at the Denny Mental Auto Group. Denny Mental, Toyota, and Rushmore Honda have moved their used inventory to Rapid Chevrolet for a year-end sell-down. Say yes to a big selection. Over 360 used cars, trucks, and SUVs, imports, and domestics. Say yes to big savings. Buy with no money down and make no payments for 90 days. That's no payments until March 2023. Say yes to a great value. Hurry, our year-end sell-down ends December 31st at Denny Mental Rapid Chevrolet.
And welcome to the Anytime Auto Sales, Service, and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and recreation. Cavalier basketball to start this fourth quarter in the low post. That's going to be done. We're going to get a jump ball. We'll probably see that throughout the rest of this ball game. When Dunn touches it in the low post, she'll have 2 or 3 bodies on her.
Yeah, 3 that time. You're right. They just fed it right. And she's just hoping, if she gets triple teamed, that means a lot's open on the perimeter, and she just wants to kick it right back out.
So again, the Jefferson Cavaliers lead 36-29. The Raiders held to only 8 points in that third quarter. They were outscored 15-8. Jones top of the key. Right side, they give it to Porter on the wing. Man-to-man defense. Back to Watson. Now to Oswald. Oswald crossover dribble. Back to Jones. Jones gets in the lane, puts up the shot. No good, but a foul will send Brittany Jones to the free throw line.
You can just see they're just trying to move the ball back and forth. There was one point where Higgins was wide open. She was trying to post up Dunn, and I think they took a peek in there. It's like, no, that's not the matchup we're looking for. Let's go with something else. Moved it the other way. Higgins was a wide open down low as Dunn was on the opposite side of the key. But they just moved it back the other way. Jones got it, decided to throw that floater up in there.
Jones misses the first free throw. Second free throw coming up. Is good. Her first point of the ball game. Sioux Falls Jefferson 36, Rapid City Stevens 30 on the State Farm scoreboard. We'll have a final coming to you from Rapid City Central in just a moment. Watkins out to Cassidy Larson, back to Watkins. Watkins drives in the paint, puts up the shot, no good. Dunn grabs the rebound. Dunn puts it underneath. She was underneath the basket. It is short, no good. Watson to Oswald in the front court. She'll pull up, shoot the 3. This one is no good. Higgins the rebound and the putback for 2.
Leah Harrington said, hey, man, she just climbed all over my back. I don't get that call.
36-32, the Cavaliers lead by 4. Jefferson basketball. Bounce pass to McGovern-Harrington. Now out to Johnson for three. It is no good. Brittany Jones grabs the rebound. They'll push the ball in the front court. Jones, bounce pass left side to Porter. Porter drives, and then she just lost the handle on the basketball.
Yeah, she just wanted to make a move. She got it down low. I don't know if that was the right pass or not, but she got the ball down low, wanted to make a move, and just spun, and the ball just flew out of her hands.
Higgins and Jones will exit as Claire Fierro and Finley Love come in the ball game. Dean across town earlier this afternoon. Rapid City Central defeats Sioux Falls Roosevelt 54-41. So the Lady Cobblers split their weekend series. McGovern-Harrington on the right wing. Bounce pass to Dunn. Jaden Dunn the basketball. Crossover dribble, wants to drive on Fierro. Backs her way in. Puts up the shot. Off the glass a little too hard. No good. Fierro gets the loose ball. Fierro to Porter. Porter crossover dribble. Gets into the front court. Back and forth. Now she spins to her right in the paint. The shot is no good. Cassidy Larson grabs the rebound. Oswald. Smart decision to get away playing with three personals. Here's Dunn to Watkins. Now McGovern-Harrington on the near side. She hands the ball off to Watkins. Watkins spins in the paint. And a travel there on Sierra Watkins.
Yeah, she changed direction. I thought maybe she was going to spin and go to the hoop, but she changed directions, and instead of going there, she went the opposite way and just held on to it as her foot lifted.
Raiders on a 3-0 run to start this fourth quarter. As they're chipping into that 7-point lead, it's now only 4. Finley Love the basketball, driving hard to the basket, puts up the shot. It's good for Finley Love.
Love the lean. Finley Love, she's not the biggest player on the court, but she got by her defender and did the body lean.
Watkins at the other end, kicks the ball out. The shot is up. It is no good. The rebound to the Raiders. In the front court, it's Oswald. Oswald drives on Larson, puts up the shot. It is no good. And Dunn gets the rebound for the Cavaliers. Dunn pushes the ball to Horner in the front court. Back to Dunn, and Dunn drives hard to the basket and gets the layup.
Boy, a big-time swing there by the Cavaliers.
38-34. Here's Love again at the other end. Puts up the shot as she hits the deck. No good. But Finley Love goes to the charity stripe for the Raiders.
Man, you just got to love that speed. She just it's out of nowhere. She's going, and then all of a sudden she's already moving quickly and then just floors it. I'm going to sound old school, but the 4-barrel carburetors open up, and away she goes. I know they're all fuel injection nowadays, all that stuff, but still, the motorheads will appreciate that one.
Finley Love makes the first free throw. That last foul was on Cassidy Larson, her third, fourth-team foul. Both teams now with 4-team fouls. Raiders go with Porter, Finley Love, Brittany Jones, Gabby Love, and Isabel Higgins back on the court. And Love makes both free throws. It's a 2-point lead, 38-36 for Sioux Falls Jefferson on the State Farm scoreboard. 4.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Watkins in the front court. Game coming down to the wire between two really good teams here at 5-1. Two very similar teams.
Is that going to be on Porter?
Number 1, it looks like Brittany Jones.
Okay.
Picking up her second, 15 foul against the Raiders.
Yeah, this is going to come down to who can finish, who can play 4 quarters, finish the ball game, keep up that intensity. It is hard to do.
Watkins left side to Cassidy Larson. Larson on the wing, gets it out. They'll work it to Dunn. Now to McGovern-Harrington. She gets to the free throw line, puts up the shot. It's no good. Gabby Love grabs the rebound. Love pushes the ball to Higgins in the front court. Higgins slows it down, gives the ball to Love. Love drives that baseline, trying to get the ball. It's knocked out of bounds. She tried to get it to Porter in that left corner.
Boy, that's so. If you can execute that so well, that is so dangerous. You drive the baseline. Everyone wants to collapse, and then there's somebody sitting right there in that opposite corner.
Jones triggers it in. They go to Love in that left corner. She'll hand it to Jones. Jones dribbles out to the wing. Jones to Love in the corner. Now they go to Porter in the low post. She has position. She picks it in for two.
Yeah.
She knew she had the advantage on that matchup over Larson.
Yeah, it took a second to find her, but once they found her, she knew it right away.
Tied at 38 apiece, 3:40 remaining in the fourth quarter. This is Abby Horner of the basketball. Out to Watkins. Watkins now. Goes to Dunn in the low post. She loses the ball. It's a scramble for the loose ball. And are we going to get, it's a jump ball between Dunn and Porter.
Boy, that is so, I think that was a great call by the official. She got that right away first because Dunn picks up the ball. She rolls over after the jump ball.
Cassidy Larson will trigger it in from the left baseline. Trying to get it to Johnson, but it's going to be a
Porter wanted to do.
On Porter. She reached over the back of Ashlyn Johnson.
Yeah, number 4. She didn't want to go through it, and she might have to sit, 3 minutes, and you got 4 personals. That's a lot. And they're going to attack her right away now.
Here's Dunn in that right corner. Down low to Johnson. Johnson pushes in, gets her own rebound, puts up the shot, and again, Porter could just stand there.
Yep.
I don't have any part of that. 40 to 38. It's a 2-point lead for Sioux Falls Jefferson. Here's Finley Love, the basketball, dribbles around the screen, now back to her left. Love gives the ball to Porter. She loses the ball. Watkins picks up the loose ball, goes coast to coast, and gets the layup.
And Porter just trailing. I can't do anything about it.
42-28, the 4-point lead for the Cavaliers. At the other end, Love gets it down low to Higgins, and Higgins puts in the short jumper.
Just a great, quick attack, no setup defense. It's been that way all night.
42-40, Sioux Falls Jefferson by 2. 2:38 remaining in the fourth quarter on the State Farm scoreboard. This is McGovern-Harrington to Watkins. Watkins, top of the key, being guarded by Watson, gets around the screen to the left wing. Now they go McGovern-Harrington in the corner. That three is no good. It's a battle for the rebound. The ball is loose.
She's out of bounds.
Or with her knee out of bounds was Macy Watson.
Yep, they were getting down there, getting ridiculous, fighting for everything they can, and Watson just laying out of bounds, put her hand on it. That's not so bad. If Dunn picks it up, she's going to turn around and put a layup in.
Ashlyn Johnson triggers it in. They get it to Dunn. Now to McGovern-Harrington. Work it around. There's Larson for 3. That one is off the mark. No good. Chasing it down is Higgins. She couldn't get to it in time, and it goes out of bounds.
Boy, I know Coach Pruitt is like, man, what can we do to buy something from downtown? I mean, they left it all, what little they did, not a lot. They left it all over there at Howard Nas Gymnasium. Now they come here, and they just cannot hit something from downtown.
10 3-pointers yesterday for Sioux Falls Jefferson. Today, they have 0 3-pointers, and they obviously did not shoot as many today, but still, they have not. They have no 3-pointers in this contest, and not even a lot for Rapid City Stevens. They only have 2 trays in the ball game.
Right, and that just threw our theory out the window. We've been talking about it since yesterday, watching the 10 of them go in, and then you come here today, you're like, let's see, the Raiders shoot 6 it was a 6 in the first quarter alone, 10 for the Cavaliers all game. That means this is going to be coming all over the place right now. It's a different aspect, and you love it. You just, girls fighting, they're running. They're going to have to buy new shoes after they're done with this so much. There's so much running back and forth, but everybody's hustling. But we talked about that one big mistake that's going to cost it. Is it going to come down to the Talia Porter foul where she tried to get down here, picking up number 4? Because it wasn't her greatest foul. It wasn't like she was really trying for something. It was just kind of a mental breakdown and not getting where you need to be. Watkins gets the ball to Dunn. Now there's the backdoor pass to Johnson. Johnson puts it in for 2. 8 points in the second half for Ashlyn Johnson. 44-40. Sioux Falls Jefferson by 4. We're down to the 2-minute warning here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Finley loses it, and Dunn goes coast to coast and gets the layup. Yeah, Finley Love she's trying to turn the corner and the traction. Like I said, burn out her shoes and just lost it.
Love gets around McGovern-Harrington. Gets in the lane, puts up the short shot, no good. It's a battle for the rebound. Last touch by Dunn. It'll stay Raider basketball, but now the urgency is there for the Raiders with just 96 seconds remaining, and they trail by 6 to Sioux Falls Jefferson, 46-40.
Yeah, it's not critical, but it's definitely getting down there. They need to get a shot here.
Watson shoots a three, and she's going to be fouled by Watkins. So a big 3 free throws coming up for Macy Watson.
I don't think Coach Bruce, I don't know if she is talking to her players or whatever. She just didn't like it. She turns around and starts mumbling to herself.
That's number 3 on Sierra Watkins, 15 foul against the Cavaliers. Macy Watson at the free throw line for just the second time in this ball game. She's 0 for 2 as she misses that one.
Boy, how critical are these right now? They want to stay.
And the second free throw is no good for Macy Watson, now 0 for 3 in this contest.
Watson comes in 75% free throw shooter on the day coming in.
Last free throw attempt is good for Watson. 3 points in the ball game, 46-41, a 5-point lead. Down to 90 seconds remaining. Johnson being pressured in the backcourt. And we're going to get a timeout by Shantiva Pruitt. This will be a full timeout. They have 1 remaining. Raiders have 3.
Yeah, they got to talk about the pressure in a little bit that's going to be applied for it. Right now it's going to be that critical rebound, because the shots aren't falling right now for Jefferson. They've taken some advantages of some easy buckets, easy opportunities. But, in general, the shots from the perimeter aren't falling for them. So they got to be crashing the board, getting what they need. For the Raiders, it's the same thing. They gotta be aware of it. Those missed opportunities, they got to get it. They got to convert. They got to push. Right now, it's not critical that they just find the first 3 and just shoot it up. Okay, we're not at 30 seconds or wherever that may be that appropriate time to shoot that.
Mm-hmm.
But for them, it's definitely going to be, hey, we need to push it quickly, find an open shot, find a good one, take the best one that you have, the best opportunity that you have.
1:25 to go in this ball game. 46-41. It's a 5-point lead on the State Farm scoreboard for Sioux Falls Jefferson. It'll be Jefferson basketball. The Raiders will go with Macy Watson, Brittany Jones, Haley Oswald, Talia Porter, and Isabel Higgins. Ashlyn Johnson will trigger it in right in front of the Raider bench. She gets the ball into McGovern-Harrington. McGovern-Harrington back to Johnson. Johnson kind of fumbles the ball, comes away with it, gets it to Dunn in the low post, puts up the shot over Brittany Jones, had the mismatch, and knew she could attack the basket.
Yeah, absolutely. Brittany Jones, hey, she has a foul to give, no problem. That's only 3 on her down there, but gets her arm up there. Hey, puts her on the free throw line. Do it the hard way.
Dunn is 2 for 2 from the free throw line this afternoon. After going 3 for 7 yesterday, she makes that free throw. 47-41, back to a 6-point Cavalier lead.
Normally a 72% free throw shooter coming in.
Jaden Dunn makes both free throws. 48-41, a 7-point Cavalier lead. It'll be Raider basketball. Here's Jones in the front court. Jones.
Yeah, and
we're going to get a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, Coach Danbury, okay, now we're trapped in the corner. Now I got to draw something up. It's a 3-possession game here.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're down to, okay, now we can't take time to set up this amazing play. Okay, we got to draw something quick. He's probably going to get a cut or somebody coming from one direction, either curling around and cutting to the back door, or somebody coming from a long way for a catch-and-shoot opportunity.
We're down to just a minute 4 to go in this fourth quarter. 48-41, Sioux Falls Jefferson with the lead. Cavaliers coming in the 4th-ranked team in AA girls basketball.
Coach Pruitt's thinking, telling her team right now, hey, it's okay if they take a shot, okay? We want to contest it. We don't want to foul them. We want to contest it because you know what's going to happen, especially if they don't hit the shot. There's going to be fouls coming, so let's be ready for that.
Macy Watson will trigger it in front of the Raider bench. Gets the ball in, it goes to Oswald, back to Watson. Watson around the screen. runs into some trouble, loses the ball, but a double dribble on Macy Watson.
Yeah, she ran into Sierra Watkins right there and had the lean. I'm trapped. I don't know what to do.
Ashlyn Johnson will trigger it in now. She gets the ball to McGovern-Harrington in the backcourt. 57 seconds remaining now. Still a 7-point lead, and McGovern-Harrington throws it away, so the Raiders get the basketball.
Yeah, forcing that turnover, a great job again. They're going to put just tons of pressure right now. They're back to run that play. We need a decent-looking shot.
The Raiders need some shots quickly. Porter backs her way in on Watkins. The fadeaway jumper no good. Oswald there cleans it up. Higgins is fouled as she gets the rebound. So Isabel Higgins goes to the free throw line, where she is a perfect 3 for 3 in this contest.
How about some of those easy shots? I said this earlier that the Raiders, they just missed. Some of them have been point blank. Some of them have, but definitely plenty of makeable shots for them, and they're just not falling in.
Higgins with her 4th free throw in this contest. 8 points in the ball game. And Higgins makes both free throws. Those are huge for the Raiders. The lead now is only 5. Full court pressure by Rapid City Stevens. Watkins, though, so fast gets into the front court.
It can't be Porter fouling. Got to be someone else.
McGovern-Harrington finally fouled by Oswald, and that's going to be number 4 on Haley Oswald.
Yeah, it can't be. Porter's in the backcourt. I'm surprised Coach Danbring has her back there. It's like if you're going to foul right away, which I think they were just trying to put pressure first, and then if they broke the pressure, then they get the foul. But either way, you don't want Porter in there.
McGovern-Harrington hits a huge free throw, rather. She's 3 of 5 from the free throw line in this ball game.
Yeah, she's only a 56% free throw shooter on the season, but she's only done 5 of 9, so not a lot.
Makes both free throws. It's now a 7-point lead with 30 seconds remaining. 50-43. Jones in the front court for the Raiders.
They need a shot here. They can't take time.
They give it to Higgins. Higgins dribbles to the wing.
Way too much time.
Down to 19 seconds. Jones. And trying to get it in, work it inside, but Dunn gets the steal. Watkins now will race into the front court, but she's grabbed by Brittany Jones. But like you said, Dean, the Raiders just used up too much time. They needed the quick shot.
Yeah, the Cavaliers trapped her in the corner. You got to get it out there. You got to swing it. You're going to have to get an open shot. You can't just dribble your way out of something like that. It's got to be move, and get an open shot.
This will be Sierra Watkins at the free throw line. She's shooting 50% on the day from there. Makes that free throw in this 4th quarter alone, though, the Jefferson Cavaliers have hit 5 of 5. So they're hitting the free throws when they need them.
Yeah, the clutch opportunities, and they're coming away with it.
Watkins makes both free throws. That puts the game seems like out of reach now. The ball is loose. It's going to roll out of bounds. Watson tried to save it, but it's going to be to the hands of, rolls out of bounds, and Jefferson will come away with it, leading by 9 with 7.5 seconds remaining. Cassidy Larson will trigger it in. Larson gets the ball to Watkins. Watkins trying to just dribble it out, down to 5 seconds. Watkins at midcourt. And that is your ball game this afternoon. The 4th-ranked Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers get the win over the Rapid City Stevens Raiders in girls basketball action. Just the 2nd loss of the year for Rapid City Stevens. Again, your final score on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agent Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. It's Sioux Falls Jefferson 52, Rapid City Stevens 43. We're back with our post-game show to wrap things up and get you set for the boys' game. We'll do that when we return in 1 minute, right here to 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City.